My name's Greg Meeker, and I'm running for the position of Vice President on Provincial Executive Council. I am currently serving on PEC as a district representative for Edmonton, Fort McMurray. The last 8 years have been particularly challenging for teachers, and I want to work to change that. I appreciate your time listening to me and the other candidates to make an informed decision. The association has had to deal with unprecedented conditions. Teachers have made progress in some areas, but remain sorely disappointed in most. We live in a province where Alberta is calling people to move here, yet that remains disconnected from the where will these kids go to school and who will teach them. Before I go too far, you should know more about me. I've been a teacher for over 34 years. My wife and son are both teachers. My daughter is a classroom-based educational assistant. I have worked in public schools, separate schools, and back at the start of my career, I even taught in a private school. I worked in schools from all grades from 7 to 12, which has helped me understand the spectrum of concerns of our members. I have worked as a classroom teacher, a department head, an assistant principal, and as principal. I'm currently the principal at Grandview Heights School in Edmonton. More importantly than my job are the skills I've gained with people. I am an unflappable and stoic person. I will always represent the association with professional demeanor, tone, and practice. My philosophy is to listen often, speak rarely, and be very thoughtful when I do. Many of you know me from my pension work. For 12 years, I served on the Alberta Teachers Retirement Fund Board, 10 of those years as board chair. During that time, I had extensive experience with provincial policies and legislation that affected teachers. It was my pleasure to serve the teachers of Alberta by caring for and growing the retirement savings. Little did I know that I would have to spend the subsequent years on social media fighting the mis- and disinformation put out by our government related to Bill 22 and our pensions. My persona on X as @YoMeeks has taken on a life of its own. It was essential for me to take a leadership role in this area. I testified before legislative committees, I served as co-applicant along with ETA in a lawsuit, and I sat for many interviews with reporters. By the way, just in case you were wondering, I don't think the UCP is done with your pension yet. One professor from the University of Lethbridge postulated that there's an existential shift happening in K-12 education in Alberta currently. The effect of that shift show up as overcrowded classrooms, standardized testing for kindergarten, and erosion of prep time. We need to hold the government accountable at all turns. My experience and my record of advocating for teachers make me a well-qualified candidate for the VP position. In addition to my term as DR and my pension work, I served multiple terms as a vice president of Local 37, the Pension Committee, and the Professional Conduct Committee of the Provincial Association as well. I have attended many summer conferences, ULEADs, and ARAs. My goal is to ensure the association is as financially responsible as possible while providing top-notch services to our members. My background, my measured demeanor, and my commitment to serving teachers is what make me your next vice president. We all know that the conversation in education is shifting. Education around Alberta is a public priority, but our government is actively destroying what generations of families and teachers have fought to develop. It is more important than ever to be represented by those who unapologetically advance the interests of teachers. The teachers of Alberta deserve strong voices who know how to advocate for equity in education with passion and clarity. I have spent my career fighting for our profession. When voting opens on March 10th, choose me, Greg Meeker, to be one of your voices as Vice President. Thank you, and if you have any comments, feel free to email me at gmeeker, Gmeeker, @telus.net. Take care.